it's Ronnie. Update on yesterday, 25 hours ago now. The Ultra Smash Oucha on mechanic and crushed my fender and got these two. This one and this one. And this one is smashed. It has microfractures in the bones in my fender from here all the way down to here, but my muscle mass and stuff helped hold it all together. That's where it tried to explode when it smashed my fenders. That one took the brunt. It tried to blow out there, but that's where it blew out. You can see it blew out like a flap right under my fingernail. But it was pure black today. I took aspirin. That's not recommended, but it was pure black. When it's pure black all the way around on a finger like this, when you get it smashed, if it's black all the way around, which I was very lucky and I had that, a pale spot on top, all that's damaged blood vessels, veins, arteries, and that's blood clots. A bruise is a blood clot. Look it up. Google it, snowflakes. Blood clots all the way from here up to here. Well, if I have total blood clots and there's no circulation, anything moving blood clots will clot up the whole finger, and my finger will die. Okay, it's basically like take a rubber band and shut off all blood flow and oxygen flow to the rest of this finger that got crushed. And in a day or two, basically it dies, and then they got to cut it off. Well, I've been working on it. It's dark and it's black, but it's not as bad. And every once in a while, it keeps draining here, which means I have blood flow, which I like. If I bend it and squish it, even though, look at it. Oh, yeah, that don't look right, but work it, keep it moving, and it's slowly draining. You can see right now. That's good. There's still blood flow somewhere, so my finger's not going to die and fall off from here on down. But what I did, my mama used to swear by Epsom salts for sprains and stuff like that. Epsom salt is not a salt. It is, let me think of my chemistry from when I was 14 and freshman in high school taking senior classes. Epsom salt is not salt, it's magnesium sulfate. Okay? It's different. What is a real salt is what I soaked my hand in here. It was pure black yet after work. Really, dark, but moving it, I kept trying to move it, and I smashed it at work, banged it on stuff all day, so, and it still had that white line on the top of my finger where blood was flowing, so I'm happy, and it kind of kept draining. That's very good. Here's what you use for blood clots. I said I took aspirin, like 2 and 2 and 2, that's a blood thinner, okay? Blood thinner, aspirin will do that. And I'm already on kind of a blood thinner because I got a stent in my heart, blah, blah, blah. But if you're going to soak something that's smashed, crushed, where you need to help try to break up blood clots, right there. Any brand you want, pure baking soda. Baking soda is sodium bicarbonate, which means it's a salt. Sodium. Check your chemistry. Magnesium is not a salt. Anything with a sodium in it means there's a salt in it, okay? Bicarbonate has carbonate in it, means it makes super microscopic bubbles. And you know what happens? I took, you're supposed to use a quarter cup to a bathtub, so I think I put a quarter cup in this bowl at room temperature water, and I soak. They say you're supposed to take a bath in it to help do stuff for 30 minutes. I had it kind of warm in this room temp now, which is still like 76. Sodium bicarbonate. Little bubbles get in there. This was pure black. Look, it's just blue and purple, but there's white and skin lines now. absorbs, the sodium will absorb into your muscle tissue through your skin, and the bicarbonate, but once it absorbs in with that bicarbonate, sodium bicarbonate, the bicarbonate gets in there, and then it warms up from room temperature to body temp, and it makes little, super tiny, microscopic bubbles. Okay? Not like you're going to get the bends or blowing air into your veins or your blood. It just makes little, and it breaks apart the blood clots. Okay? This was pure black from here to here, but now as it broke up a lot of the blood clots in my finger. The black or blue or whatever now moved down to where my thumb's at. See that? It stopped here yesterday, and until I soaked it for about an hour. It's moving down, but that means it's breaking up the clots. So the muscles and stuff that are there that are damaged are getting blood, oxygen, and nutrients. If it just stays black and blue from here to there, I'm going to lose my finger. And it's moving toward my heart. The color is going, that's good. That's good. It's breaking up blood clots. I think I'm going to be able to keep my finger. No, I said, this thing is, the bones in my finger are microfractured like a big dog. It crushed it. I said, and it tried to blow out the side, blew totally out up there. But I've been through it with 3 fingers on the hand I'm holding the phone with that got squished between 2 flat pieces over a full surface, and it blew the tips right out of my fingers, and and blood's pouring out, and you see the bone. And man, that really takes. This is going to heal faster, but yeah, it's 6 weeks to heal fractured bones and get the swelling down, and it'll probably be an oddball shape. You see how poofy it is and blowed out. That's the shape of the bone in my finger now, instead of like the one that never got crushed. Look at the shape of this one. It's crushed. Okay, it got crushed. It malformed it. It's like, missed the Pillsbury Doughboy press for making stuff. Yeah, it'll probably have that shape, but it's still going to be on my hand. That's all I need. But yeah, Epsom salt works, but when you have something that's close to the end of appendage, like your fingers, you don't want it to stay black. You want to make sure there's a clear area, and if it drains like it's still doing here, that's very good. That means there's blood flow going. You shut the blood flow off from here, like, don't take a rubber band and twist it 5 times around your finger and see what happens. If you do that, in 2 minutes, it's going to turn purple and black and blue. And don't forget and drink beer or smoke pot or do fucking crack or whatever, and then wake the next morning and your finger falls off. That's all it'll take. They ban stuff. Medical banding for like tumors and stuff. Yeah. Well, that's basically what, when my whole finger is full of blood clot, it's not getting any oxygen, no blood, no nothing. It's going to stop. I'm very happy if I keep my middle finger. I'm a drummer, I'm a motorcycle rider, I'm a mechanic. This finger on my left hand is one of my most sensitive. Just the touch and stuff's amazing, even though I have nerve damage in my arms and stuff. But yeah, if you have fingers and something smashed and they're totally black with no line of color anywhere and it's not draining, you need to go to a hospital, get to the specialist where they can basically shoot chemicals in there to bust the blood clots up. And then, but yeah, I still had a line, but it was black. But yeah, baking soda will absorb in through my skin and then help break them up. But you can't put a cast on your fingers or nothing when they're crushed. I know that from the hand I'm holding the phone with. my finger's probably going to be a goofy shape rest of my life, but I'm going to still have my finger. And I'll be able to ride my bike and pull the clutch. I wanted to go riding this weekend so bad, it ain't going to happen. That's my clutch hand, you know, on my big bike. And I got those electronic drums. I was going to get stuff out of the back room and maybe set the, well, there ain't no way I'm working drumsticks with this. But, throw it on the back burner. Number one important, save my finger. Get it? It's blue and red and black, but it's got, even this side has, you know, skin-colored tone lines through it now. That means there's circulation going. It's not falling off. Now, that's very bad, very dangerous. But if this wouldn't have helped doing this, I would have been not in the emergency room, but calling the specialist tomorrow. Because I pay like $50 an hour that I make doing my part-time job for insurance, but it's still $5,000 deductible. But I would have had to go and seen the special doctors and have them pump my finger full of stuff so it got rid of them blood clots. But this stuff, it works fairly well. I said, the crushed bone part, there's nothing you can do about it. I already know that from the hand I'm holding the phone with. If they're crushed, they're crushed. If your muscles are strong enough. When it got crushed, microfractured, you know, and if it just totally crushed it totally, now your fingers are coming off. So I'm very happy and very lucky. Like, oh, you're going to lose your fingernails. So who gives a shit? I want to keep my finger. Yeah. But yeah, baking soda to break up blood clots. All right, on appendages. Epsom salt is, like I said, magnesium something. This is sodium carbonate. It is, and it makes micro bubbles as absorbed into your body. You don't want to do it more than an hour because you get enough bubbles in your body, and you don't want to lay in a bath with a bunch of it. It's not breaking up blood clots. It'll absorb into your body, into your bloodstream, and make bubbles. And you could basically fall asleep in a bathtub and die of the bends with bubbles of carbon dioxide in your bloodstream, like deep divers do. Google it, snowflakes. You don't believe me? Google it. I know all my chemistry too. Said I'm an old soul. I've been around 3,000 years. This is just chemistry stuff from when I was like, I don't know, 13, 14 and taking senior classes my freshman year. I had to remember it all. But yeah, if you have something on appendages like that, or an ankle, if you got a bucket, baking soda will absorb and make bubbles and basically break apart part of the blood clot, so you get more flow. But yeah, crushed bones and stuff ain't gonna help that. But yeah, and if you got awesome insurance, and Medicare, Medicaid, government baseball, but just go to a doctor, but get a good doctor. Tried and true methods. Baking soda in a warm soap to break up. I was at my friend at work. I showed him after I had my gloves off today. I'm still wearing my gloves. They saved my finger. It, you know, like, ooh. But yeah, I should have took a picture of something when I got home. It was pure black. Yeah, it's still draining out that hole, which is good. That's very good. Oh, it's still, no. That's good. That means my finger all the way up. My whole finger is getting blood and circulation. And what's damaged is damaged, but it'll heal. If it stops draining, it just turns black all the way around. It's going to fall off. If you fall asleep overnight, your finger is basically going to fall off. But it won't fall off. But they'll say, well, now I can't even move it or nothing. Well, your finger's dead. We got to take it off. This is good. I got so lucky because I've done this stuff so long. I'm not lucky. If I was lucky, I wouldn't have got smashed. But I have enough experience. I had my big, heavy leather gloves, and that's what saved from. It didn't get smashed flat. It got caught down the hole on that brick with like 250 pounds, like a guillotine slicing. And it's all right. Oh, you're going to lose your fingernail. So what? I want to keep my finger. I love you, but yeah, baking soda to break up the blood clots, and aspirin, if your stomach and stuff can take it, will basically thin out your blood. And I'm on clopidogrel or whatever because I have a stent in my heart, so I doubled them up. They won't break up blood clots, but they keep clots from happening. So the minute I got home yesterday when this happened, I took another one. I'm only supposed to take one a day. Well, I'm taking 2 a day because it stops the blood from sticking together and clotting. Once it's clotted, just stop, just pay attention. Epsom salt ain't as good. It's different. It's magnesium stuff. But yeah, if you have any appendages that turn black and you don't have any sign of color except black and blue all the way around, definitely get to the emergency room. Get to a best frickin' surgeon you can find, because that appendage is dying. If it's black all the way around, I said, this one's still draining. That's good. That means I have blood flow. Sorry I'm not flipping you off. But I happen to be that finger. It's still draining out of there. It's good. Yeah. Baking soda. Lukewarm water. I'd probably put a 1/4 cup of that. Long it dissolves. And I don't know how much water that is. Frick. Pork bag, who cares? I'm a cook, but I don't care. I just put my hand in it. It works. Just my fingers. And yeah, it helped my other fingers too. That will help break up the blood clots. I said it's not pure black. It lightened up now. It's very, very good. I said it's still draining. That's what I want it to do. Blood flow to the appendages. Now if it was somewhere like my forearm, like that big bruise I got, that's not really going to hurt much. That was twice the size. That's when I had to put the new air valve on my shag truck. That's damage I got just doing that. But yeah, that's a long way from the ends of my hands and shit. That's just a muscle. It'll be fine. Remember that. Blood clots on your appendages, your toes. If you smash your toes, anything that just turns black all the way to the end, and there's not at least a clear line, kind of like the top of my finger here, it's black all the way around except right down the center, right there, and it's draining. That's blood flow. If you have black all the way around, you get to emergency room, get to the specialist, or you're going to lose your appendages, all right? There you go. I love you. Shit, can I do it with his hand? I almost peace. Love, have a heart. Have a heart. I'm not a doctor, and I don't play one on TV, but I know it works. But, boy, you can sure tell the difference in the color, yeah. But, yeah, it's not black now. It's just purplish stuff, and there's white spots in between. That's very good. Sodium bicarbonate, baking soda, in water. Warm, not cold. You ever end up smashing stuff, don't ever put ice on something that's smashed and crushed, because it's already going to clot, and then the ice and the cold will just make the clots form faster. And if there is one path for blood to flow, it'll close it off. And don't ever put ice on a crush. A cut or something, yeah, swelling or spraying, yeah. On a crush like this, never put ice or cold on it. Alright? Never, because ice or cold will make it clot faster, like I said. And then there'll be no blood flow going through a little bit of the veins or arteries you got left in that crush zone. And then, yeah, you're going to lose that appendage. Never put ice on a crush. Okay? Cut stuff, yeah. Never on something that's crushed like this. Never use ice. Okay, I love you. Ciao. Take care. I'll be fine. I just wanted to get my bike out and do some camping this weekend, but who knows? We'll see what happens. God bless. I'll be back. Ciao.